Now, in the Senate, a motion is considered and that leads to an ultimatum. What is that about? Let's find out in the next report.
It is a motion widely supported by these lawmakers. The lawmakers are condemning the practice where government agencies refuse to submit budget proposals to the National Assembly, but spend monies not appropriated by the Parliament. Their disapproval is coming days after the National Assembly passed a 7.44 trillion naira 2017 budget. However, the budget proposals of the erring government agencies are not included in the national budget. The Senate released a list of 38 government agencies who have not submitted their budget proposals to the National Assembly. Some of them are Bureau of Public Enterprises, BPE, Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, National Sugar Development Council, NSDC, Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, NTDC, National Communications Commission, NCC, National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Nigerian Customs Service, National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. Senator Bala Ibn Allah, who brought the matter to the attention of the Senate, says the only approach the Senate can take to assist the federal government in fighting corruption is to insist that gross abuse of power must be stopped by every government agency. Other lawmakers also contributed to the debate.
The Senate observes that non-compliance with the provision of the Fiscal Responsibility Act constitutes abuse of power and economic sabotage aimed at frustrating the current economic measures being taken by the present administration to address the economic recession.
I recall, Mr. President, that in 2016, our President, General Muhammad Buhari, in 2016, sent to this National Assembly the appropriation act for that year together with those estimates. So at a loss, why in 2017, the ministers found it impossible to accompany the same appropriation act of 2017 with those estimates of the agencies under them.
After the debate, the Senate asked the President to submit the budget proposals of the 38 government agencies to the National Assembly and also directed that the agencies to immediately stop spending capital expenditure until they comply with the Fiscal Responsibility Act. The Senate has also resolved to prop alleged lopsidedness in a recent recruitment exercise conducted by the Department of State Service, DSS. Coming on a point of order, Chairman Senate Committee on Federal Character, Senator Tijani Kaura, informed the Senate that his committee has been inundated with petitions and in that it is prepared to open a thorough investigation into the matter. A total of 479 candidates were recruited into the Department of State Service, and out of this number, Katsina State took a lion's share of 51 slots, more than those recruited from the southeast.
I stand before you on behalf of the Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs to assure my distinguished colleagues and indeed all Nigerians that this committee is looking critically into this matter with the intention of ensuring that justice is done in this recruitment.
Now, politicians leaving one party for another is nothing strange, especially in the National Assembly. Well, this week, one lawmaker took that step. Let's see what happens when he does.
Over which,
One major event this week had to do with politics. A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Edward Wajok, informs the House that he is defecting from the opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. The Speaker reads his letter to the House.
for over a year now, my party has been enmeshed in internecine crisis, which started during the congresses to elect party officials. I hereby renounce my membership of the PDP And after due consultation with my constituents, I've decided to join the All Progressives Congress, APC, with effect from today.
The jubilation is cut short as the minority leader raises a point of order. Citing Section 68 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, he says there's no division in the PDP.
Court of Appeal did affirm, and you are aware of it, that Sheriff is the chairman of the party. Because as we move from here, we are still going to take him to court. He is not a member of any political party. We will do everything within our possibility to make sure he vacates that seat. And I believe that because there is no faction in the party, it has borders on a major disagreement among us. It's not a room for him to just start leaving the party under the excuse that there is a faction.
This is how the Speaker ruled on the matter.
You have told the world the Sheriff is the national chairman of the PDP. I didn't know until today. But one thing that we must bear in mind is the fact that, you rightly put it, the issue of faction in the party is not a matter of law. The Constitution talks about factions. It didn't tell us what factions are. It's a question of fact. So we leave that for the courts to decide. And then we move on. Yes.
The House Majority Leader, while welcoming Representative Puajok to the party caucus, also had this to say.
Right now, as it is, there are two factions of the PDP, and for now, this is the time I will encourage other members of PDP. This is the only time that they can move to APC. Thank you very much.
The APC members start another round of hugs and handshakes with the lawmaker. Also there to witness it all is the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong. Afterwards, the governor says more politicians will be leaving the People's Democratic Party before the end of the year.
We are not saying we want a one-party state, because we also need some kind of opposition to checkmate the ruling party. But I know very well that I'm sure before the end of the year, with the things that the government is doing, both at the federal and the state, we may not have a substantial minority again.